Hi guys and girls, and welcome back to Zenith Minis. My name is Greg, and today I am super excited because we've got two awesome kits to unbox. We've got the brand new Chaos Space Marines. I've been waiting forever for some new sculpts for these to come out, but I've probably been waiting a bit longer for this guy, Abaddon the Despoiler. Finally, a brand new model. I had the original back in the 90s, loved it. It was a great model for the time, but hasn't aged particularly well, so it was a well overdue release. So what we're going to do today is open up the boxes and we're going to have a bit of a chat about what's inside. Guys, we're going to kick things off with taking a look at the brand new Chaos Space Marines box. So the front, we've probably all seen this artwork already, but some great Black Legion models on there, very detailed paint jobs. And on the back then we've got the different legions. We've got the Night Lords, Word Bearers, Alpha Legion, and my personal favourite, the Iron Warriors with the missile launcher. So that's a brand new heavy weapon in the Chaos Space Marine box. We've got plasma gun, we've got flamers, we've got melter gun, we've got a power maul, we've got a power axe. We got a lot of stuff in this box. So let's get it open and take a look at what is inside. So first up, we got bases, so we all know what those are. Then we've got some build instructions and just a picture which was on the front. So yeah, the usual Games Workshop build instructions, color coded, pretty easy to follow. And then we got the rules. So I've got the old Chaos Space Marine Codex. I've got the new one. Not too sure if I will be updating it yet. I don't know. But here's the entry for these guys, just in case you don't have the Codex or maybe have the old Codex. I think some things have changed. You can take that Reaper chain cannon, I think it's called now. Thing that I had a problem with the Havocs. Yeah, the Reaper chain cannons, you can take that as part of the normal Chaos Space Marine squads. So let's have a look at the bottom. So we got brand new transfers as well. So these are the Black Legion, Alpha Legion, and we've got all these extra bits here. Like you've got glyphs here for the Black Legion, smaller kind of hydras for the Alpha Legion, Thousand Suns, Iron Warriors, and again we got some runes there. And those skulls are great, but I am a bit biased. And actually my favourite bit on here is this. The small inscription for the Word Bearers. That looks pretty cool. And then we've got Night Lords to finish that off. So again, this is an improvement of the old transfer sheet, which I used quite recently. So definitely preferring the symbols and the transfers here. So let's get on to the sprues. So I'm going to move these to the side for a sec, and we're just going to have a close-up look at what is on this one. So we got arms here, we got the belt fed arm, or hand feeding the ammunition into the gun. We got a power fist, then we got a missile launcher, some chain swords, a lot of backpacks on here. So let me flip it over. Alright, so things stick into each of the backpacks, so imagine that's what these are here. So you got some choice, some options to customize the backs, but again you got the belt feed going in there. Definitely a lot of detail going on. Awesome looking new heavy bolter too. It does all the detail, all the throwback to the old marks of power armor. Definitely makes these guys stand out against the loyalists. Then we got some accessories as well, so you've got the extra sort of missiles going on there. So yeah, absolutely great. And let's have a look at one of the others. So here we've got shoulder pads, and these are awesome. Let's get nice in and close. So we've got like a skull there, and we've got, that's probably my favourite here. It's the one with loads of skulls. We've got like a power maul type thing going on, some helmets, some heads, a plasma gun. And all these guys seem to have loincloths and chainmail. So I know a lot of the Ultramarines have those kind of like tassels, centurion things that go between their legs. So it looks like the loincloths are Chaos's version. But everything seems strapped up. So you look at the holsters and nothing is kind of like advanced technology wise with these guys here. They're all kind of like trying to make do with what is available, what resources are available in the Eye of Terror. So we've got more shoulder pads here. Some more sort of guns with the belt feed as well. And we've got more jagged kind of knives there. So it's definitely more chaosy stuff present in these guys than some of the older sculpts. I think this is more reminiscent of the artwork we've seen in codexes for years and years, and they've brought it to life definitely in this kit. And the last box, or sorry, the last sprue, we've got Flamer, we've got the 2 different plasmas, so I think you can kit out 5-man squads with both with aspiring champions, which is why I guess you've got 2 plasma pistols there, and options like those power mauls and power fists and the rest of it. And again, yeah, more loincloths, and the heads look pretty cool too. There's some old school, so again we got like the old school belt feed going on now on the pistols as well as the bolters, and then you've got a drum magazine, so it's definitely more ancient looking or kind of like old worldly. And even like with this magazine here, like the fast is it an extended or is it, oh no, so they can quickly let me see if I can focus here. So you can quickly switch between magazines, so there's 2 magazines strapped together, so once one is depleted you just quickly switch to another one. But again, that's kind of like tied together using bits of I don't know what that is, like bits of scrap leather or cloth or things like that is being held, is holding all these pieces together. And there we go, we got a bit of Centurion looking things, loincloth, like leather strips kind of dangling there. We've got some awesome heads going on as well. So I imagine that's going to be like your heavy weapons guy. Potentially that's like an aspiring champion. It's a bit fancier in it. So yeah, definitely loving all the detail, especially like with the grenades on there as well. So in summary, I really think GW did a great job with this kit. It may not have some of the things players want, like combi weapons, chain axes, or kit doesn't even have a power sword, but as a painter, these new sculpts are absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to start painting. And here we have the man himself, Abaddon, the Despoiler. So a great simple front to this box. On the back, we get a bit more detail on everything that's going on with this model, and we got a nice backdrop there of what looks like the warp. So we've got the Talon of Horus, we've got Drachnien, I think that's how it's pronounced, the different head options or face options depending how you look at it. The cloak, which is optional, so lots of great detail and a bit of painting instructions going on here. Because this guy is so important though, he gets a sleeve, so he gets a fancier box. And then we've got the Black Legion symbol surrounded by what looks like a backdrop of the Eye of Terror. And on the back then we've got some great looking artwork. I think we've all seen this artwork, but Abaddon's raging out a little bit there. So let's have a check and see what is in the box. So we've got 2 sprues there, we've got a bit of paper, got that giant base, some more paper. So we'll move the box out of the way and we'll take a look at this first. So we've got the instructions here. So it's one model, so I can't imagine it's going to be too difficult putting this guy together, and I'm not too sure if there's that many options really other than the face, so it'll probably go together pretty easily. So we got the trophy rack, got that cloak which is optional. Yep, so that's definitely instructions, and then we got the rules from as well, so I believe these have changed as well. But again, we're not going to go into the rules here, and we're just going to have a look at the models. We've got the base, quite a large base going on, and we've got this here, which I imagine is just, it's like a promo poster. So there we go. Yeah, we've got Reboot, good old Reboot there, facing off against the War Master himself, both backed up by Ultramarines and the Black Legion respectively. But this artwork is probably more fitting, some old school throwback to what looks like one of the original Abaddon sketches with his sword. And the sword has changed actually. If we look at all the different skulls in there, it's gone from more kind of like faces and embossed in the blade, whereas this seems to have just skulls running up it. So there have been some changes, but I don't think it's for the worse. I think they've definitely represented the War Master really well, even if some of the finer details have kind of changed. So lovely bit of artwork there to go in that box. And now we're going to have a look at the sprue, so we're going to get in nice and close. And we've got the base, so a Space Marine. So what will you be painting this guy as? I think I might go Blood Angel or maybe Imperial Fist, as I say. I am an Iron Warrior player, so I have a bit of a grudge against the Imperial Fists, but I do have Blood Angels as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure what we'll do with him. Maybe we'll do him Blood Angel and that guy is Imperial Fist, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Then we have some fire thing going on there. We've got the belt fed part for the Talon of Horus. This bit here is attached to the base. We've got the trophy rack. So we've got Primaris head on there, but at least in the base, the original guys, normal Space Marines are representing as well, so it's not all Primaris, which is good. And we've got the leg guards there, the other part of the Talon of Horus for the bolter. Back of the cloak, we've got the star at the centre. I don't know what that's called actually, but his loincloth basically, with a skull on a chain, of course. Got his pauldron, back of this cloak, some more fire, and then we got the Terminator armour coming in here. So it's really great, especially this bit here, because you can see all the workings underneath that Terminator armour. So you haven't left any of that out. I mean, let's face it, we're not going to be seeing that once the model is painted, but for them to include that detail in here is pretty cool. We have the Talon itself. So let's flip that over. And again, all the detail in that is awesome. Very iconic weapon. Then we've got the Demon Blade Drachnien. Again, apologies if I don't get that pronunciation right. But an amazing looking blade. So I've just started, just finished painting the Demon Blade on my Warsmith, which has a very similar sort of design to it, or pattern on the blade. So really loved painting that, and I'm sure I'm going to love painting this as well. Then we got the back of the leg with all kind of the servos and the support struts coming through that. And then we've got the chest piece, I think that goes on the front, yeah. And the other pauldron or shoulder pad there. And then we got the iconic top knot. And lastly, we have got those faces. So we've got the 2 or 3 different Abaddon faces. So which one are you going to be picking? I think I'm going to go for gas mask or respirator Abaddon. But are you going to go for stoic Horus kind of looking face, or are you going to go for stern and angry Abaddon? Let me know in the comments below. But guys, that is it. I mean, that is the entire model fitted on 2 sprues by the looks of it. So lots of detail going on. Can't wait to start setting this up in sub-assemblies, getting it ready to paint. So let's have one last look at the War Master before we end. So yeah, definitely a great model, great pose, great sculpt. All of it is pretty damn awesome. I do love this model. But there we go. That is the end of today's episode. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please like. If you haven't subbed already, then drop me a sub, because you're in with a chance of winning a brand new box of Skitarii Rangers when the series comes to an end. But on that note, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.